Well, how do and welcome to the Pallet Palace Pompon. Three degrees it says, coming towards the end of January. It's a while since I've done a video, quite some time, and I think I didn't even finish off the Normandy stuff, so I need to look for that footage, actually finish it off. And apologies to anybody who actually bothered watching it and didn't get to see the ending. Let me know in the comments if it's worth me bother digging out the footage and finishing it off. I did get a few thousand views on some of them, so yeah, please give me a comment and let me know. Let me know if you've missed me doing any videos or not, whether it's pointless me doing them. So, I've had odd little jaunts out, but not serious. I am thinking of my next trip for next year, doing a solo trip again, and I've got a few ideas. Originally, stay there, dickhead. Originally, I had the idea. Tell you what, I'm going to put the eyes in the end of it. Bit cowed on the eyes. So, I was a day away in Tenerife back in September, I think. I mean, my good lady wife, and I was under strict instructions whilst we were away. I weren't allowed to rent a car, I weren't allowed to rent a bike, anything like that. We had to catch buses everywhere if we wanted to go anywhere, which were awful. And I was sat there bored shitless. She were happy as a pig in shit. Sat outside at pool reading her book on a Kindle. I just tried reading for a bit, and I was bored with that and doing this and that. And I was bored, and she asked me, you know, I'm bored shitless. So it's great for her. She loves it. I was bored, and it's trying to find that happy balance, as they say. Happy wife, happy life, right? So I did as I was told. Yeah, I'm going to the front. Thank you very much, Cat. I did as I was told and didn't do anything like that, and it all went well. But the devil finds work for idle hands and all that, so I'm sat there whilst I was bored, thinking, right, let's see where we can get to next year. And I had this daft idea of, I'm going to ride to Africa. And then I had a look, thought, right, I can make it in a day, then to Plymouth. I always get mixed up whether it's Plymouth or Portsmouth is a shorter route. One's 30 hours to Santander, and one's 20 odd hours. I can make it down to there in a day from good old Accrington, and then we can jump on ferry. I say me. Then I can jump on the ferry, 20 odd hours crossing, get to Spain, 2 or 3 days riding down through the centre of Spain, and then ferry over into Morocco, few days in Morocco, and then back up Santander, ferry back, which I thought was more than doable, more than achievable. However, when I started pricing it up, I'm not overly impressed at the prices we've seen, right? Because they're all turning. Is he turning? Ah, he's turning. Go on, lad, get that road. So the prices, when I was pricing it up, and it hadn't changed much, was 500 odd quid for the ferry return. Then if you want a cabin, which if you're doing 20 odd hours you don't want a seat's 11 quid, cabin's up about 100 quid. So you're talking around 700 quid just for the ferry to Santander. And then it's about 100 quid for the ferry over to Morocco. So in total you're looking at about 900 quid for ferries. Now, I didn't do an actual pound per mile or how much it actually cost me when I did my last big Euro or solo trip, and I did about 3,000 miles. And anybody who's watched my channel, you'll know that I rode all the way from Accrington, Belgium, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Czechia, down into Austria, along the Deutsche Alpenstrasse, and then back up through France. A little stop at Le Trapot, go and sit great-great-granddad and that, and then back up. Did that in 10 days, 3,000 miles, and it was just riding all the way. But I don't think, and if you haven't watched it and you fancy a bit of that, If you've never seen this before, the videos are all on my channel, and I've done some longer ones, and I actually shortened them down. So there's two versions of it. There's a shorter version and a longer version of each episode. So give them a watch, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a sub. So then I didn't actually, keep a running total of how much it was costing me, which is one of the things I thought I'd do on this trip. As I document it, I'm going to actually how much it costs. I'm not a rich man. I'm just an average Joe. I've got a job like any bugger else, right? I've not got shed loads of savings, and then I've just got normal holidays, and I've got to try and get fit in with, as I said earlier, getting her away somewhere to keep her happy as well. I keep trying to blag her to come away with me on bike. She's having none of it. The Scotland trip that we did years ago put her off forever, right? So I don't think I'm ever going to win that battle of trying to get her to come with me. So I thought, right, 900 quid's a bit steep. So I looked at other options, and I was thinking, right, well, I could skip the ferry, right, ride down through France, then through Spain, quick jaunt into Morocco, not spend as much time in Morocco, just for the sake of like, right, I've got here maybe 1 or 2 nights, and then ride back up. But again, I'm trying to get it where I get to see a little bit more. I enjoyed it last time, but it was literally get up, get on the bike, ride, have a bite to eat, or whatever, a few stop-offs, and just keep riding and riding. I was doing like, 300 miles a day or something. I had a couple of times when I had stop-offs, but majority of the time it was just riding. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not moaning about it and I'm not complaining about it, because I enjoyed it, and for me, my holiday was getting to ride my bike every day, all day long. But then there's also a bit of me thinking, yeah, but I went to all these places and I didn't get to see that, I didn't get to see that. For an example, I went to Berchtesgaden. All I managed to do at Berchtesgaden was grab me breakfast. I didn't have time to even think about, you know what, I'll go up Eagle's Nest. You need a full day if you're going to do that. So it's stuff like that I missed out on. So I thought, I want to try and do a mix of the two. I don't mind doing long day rides, but try and have a bit of sightseeing as well. Now, if I don't take the ferry, then I have to go through France. And please, again, feel free to comment if anybody's ever done it. My experience of, I've been to France a few times now, my experience of France is, if you want to get anywhere fast, you have to use the toll roads. And they're bloody expensive. I calculate roughly, and I could be wrong again, it'd be about 100 and odd quid just in toll roads to get through France. And that would be some boring ride, wouldn't it? Riding all the way through France on toll roads just for the sake of getting through it. But then again, it'd be nowhere near what you'd spend on a ferry. So it's always that eternal question of which way do you do it. And then I'd want more time to do, take the more gentle road through Spain like the original plan. So I'd probably lose 3, maybe 4 days, maybe 3 days, because it's 20-hour crossings. So I'd lose a few days if I didn't get the ferry. So there's that as an option. Then option B, we're like, balls to it, I'll not even bother going that way, and I'll just work my way through Europe and see if I can make it to Croatia or something like that, or around that bottom end way. Then there's option C of, I know I'm going to go away for 2 weeks, book the ferry either end, pretty much like I did with the Stalag Luft, the Great Escape trip, to be fair. That was pretty much how I'd done that one. The only places I knew I was going were Waterloo and Stalag Luft. All the rest of it, I just winged it. Whereas this time I'm thinking, just totally wing it, get off the ferry and go, right, where do I go? Do I go north, east, or south? And then just see where I end up in 2 weeks and just do a bit of adventuring. And then I've had a mad idea, which I just mentioned to her this morning when I dropped her off, and she thinks I'm completely off my tits, right? I'm like, I reckon I could make it to St. Petersburg. And she said I'm stupid. And I have looked into it, and it is possible. You can still visit Russia. You need a visa. You can acquire a visa. You don't have to go away to London. You get one in Manchester. I thought, yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Up through to Estonia and into Russia. So I'm toying with all these ideas of I'm going to have 2 weeks off. I'm going to like jump on my bike, take the tent, and then see where I end up. So watch this space, or leave a comment, give us a like, give us a subscription. I need to hit that magic number of 1,000 subs, right? Else it's not worth bloody doing it, because nobody watches my videos. But there you go. So I thought I'd come out today because I'm going to be totally honest with anybody who bothers watching this. And like I said, there's not many people watch them, so it doesn't really bother me that way. It's not like millions of people listening to me. But I've been proper pissed off. And I'm not one to go on about mental health so much, because everybody's got issues, right? And I think we should just get on with it a bit. And this is very controversial, and I get in trouble for saying this. And I don't want to offend anybody when I say it, but I think a lot of it makes it worse. Everybody talking about it, because then everybody's like, yeah, I've got something wrong with it, I've got something wrong with it, I've got something wrong with it, and we all have. And I think it detracts away from them that do have serious mental health problems, right? So we've all got little bits of issues. There's people out there who seriously need help with the mental health. And, you know, I've known family members and people I know really well who've committed suicide. And then people really do need help. And they need to talk about it. But I just think it detracts a little if everybody is on social media. Where, oh yeah, I'm this and that. It's like, we all like that, right? So I've been very, very, very pissed off in general with everything. Pressures of work, just life in general. And I mentioned it to Mrs. the other day, you know, I'm like a bit fucked off, and she said, get out on your bike, you know it cheers you up. And you know what? It does. Because they say it helps to talk. Well, I'm not talking to anybody about it, I'm talking to myself. Right? I'm just talking to myself, and any bugger that's listening, fair play. And you can think I'm a bell end or a cock, and I'm not really bothered, to be honest, what you think. But feel free to put a comment, right? So I thought, right, do you know what? I'm going to get out on bike. I don't even know where I'm going, right? I am literally just making this up as I get along here, right? Just, I'll turn left here, turn right. I'm just going to see where I end up. I've no plans, right? I've got a near full tank of petrol. I've money in bank to put petrol in. My woes aren't that bad. You know, I've money in bank that I can go and stop and have a meal somewhere if I want a meal. So I'm not destitute and screaming, you know, all these woes. I'm just pissed off. I don't know if it's January, everybody's pissed off, or I turned 54 in November. My dad was 54 when he died. And I don't know if there's that bit playing in my head as well. Who knows? All I know is I'm just pissed off. So I've jumped on my bike to just clear cobwebs away, and I'm almost using this video as my therapist, right? I'm just, waffling shit, talking to myself as I ride along, and I'm using this as my therapy. Now, anybody who watches this and doesn't ride a bike, they won't understand what I mean, but anybody who does ride a bike, you'll get it. You know where I'm coming from, right? You jump on this chunk of metal with a bit of rubber and some burning fluid, and it does just help. Now, I've always said it's because when you're on bike, you're concentrating on what that knobhead 2 cars in front's doing, right? And you're looking around you. You know, you're constantly checking your mirrors, you're seeing who's coming up behind you, you're thinking about it, you're seeing what brake lights are doing. You can judge how somebody drives by watching is he going to brake when he gets to this corner, right? See brake lights coming on. Are they going to come on? See that one in front, brake lights, brake lights, brake. Why are you braking? You don't need to brake. If you're having to brake, you're wasting money because you're using too much throttle, right? Ease off your throttle, anticipate it a bit more. I didn't touch brake all the way around there. So you're just watching all that stuff and all that thing. You know, well that's what I do, right? I'm calculating all that stuff as I go. Let's turn left here. I had to use brake then because I decided at the last minute I was turning left, right? Just approaching Soley, and Soley Abbey will be on the right, and I've been there many a time and done videos and walked around it. I think years ago I even took drone up around it, although you're not supposed to, but yeah. regular roads that I ride down here, and anybody watching my videos will recognise these. I'm not going anywhere out at the ordinary. But what I'm going to do, I don't generally do this. I usually turn left at the bottom of here at the pub, but I'm not going to do. I'm going to go right for a change. There's the River Ripple. Evil bastards, them jump out at you. I've had one whack me outside the helmet before. Shit myself. They hide it bushes. Kamikaze you. So yeah, back to it. You know, if you ride a bike, you'll get what I'm on about with it. Just makes you forget about everything else. I'm not saying it cures you. It's just for that time that you're out on bike. You know, you forget. I guess people who go to gym, you know, the same way that everybody's got their thing. And if you haven't got that thing, find that thing. For me, I'm fat and lazy, right? I used to love going walking in hills for a similar thing, right? I'd throw my tent on my back. Oh, I thought it did. It's just brought me back out onto sodding dual carriageway. So, speed camera. So if you haven't got that thing, just try and find that thing. Right. So that's our Ayrton Road. We'll see where we end up, shall we? I haven't got a clue where I'm going. I haven't got a solid clue. Anybody who don't know, this is the A59. Is it 59? 56? 59, I think. You follow this on, this will bring you out at, you can turn left, go up towards Kendal, carry on, all the way through Gorstang and that, and it'll take you to Skipton. Road through to Skipton. Skipton might be a shout, I might end up in Skipton, who knows. I'll tell you what I did suffer from. I don't know if anybody else is the same as this. You look outside, you walk around, you get it back out, you think, sodding like cowed, I best wrap up warm. So I've put the old Oxford Mondial, is it? Yeah. I've put these on.
I've got all the on underneath. But then by the time you're ready to set off, you're sweating your balls off. And you get out of the boat, and then you're already sweating, which means you're wet, which will start cooling then. So you've got to leave it till last minute to get all your blubber on. I've got heated grips on, and my hands are just right. Now it stopped flashing and telling me, no, it's not flashing now, it's solid. The frost warning light, 3 degrees I think it comes on at. It's currently saying it's 2. Skipton and Settle. Mate, just pulling into Settle. Still saying 2 degrees, it's not the warmest. Roads are a bit greasy. Just got to be a bit, a little careful on some roundabouts. They come through it summer and it's packed. Absolutely ram-packed with bikes. I expect to see 1 or 2. There might be a few more. I don't know. Let's have a look. They're going to Naked Man. There's not many bikes here, is there? Will you be right there if I'm out here? Oh, I'll go down there. Yeah, be right here. Because that's a lowered curb there, so it's easy to get off. Lowered curb there, so it's easy to just get off there. Ah, not the warmest. Where have you come from? Alright.
Recording.
Right, well, back on the road, had a stop off, settle for a bit. I ended up, just as I was riding into Settle, behind a lad there. Pulled up alongside and we just ended up having a natter for over an hour. Talking absolute shite. 2 bikers together, just talking shite about bikes and trips we've been on and this and the other. And you know what? It was right good. Talking shite to a total stranger. Can't beat it. So Dave from Preston. Now I've got a Pompor Rides on back of my helmet. I got one of these here vinyl cutters and I've had a play at doing some vinyls. I'm thinking of making some decals up. So I've done a Pompor Rides one in gold on back of my helmet. And he just took a photo of that. So whether he watches this video or whether this makes it to court, I don't know. But if you do, pleasure talking to you, Dave. Made me day that cut. Bit of a change. Lifted my spirits. which was what I set out to do this morning, of just get out and forget all the shit that's going on. Just get out and enjoy life. Don't let it get you down. So at least I've got today where I feel, oh, do you know what, I'm feeling alright today. So here's the bonus for jumping on back and getting out and about. And it's not the warmest day, and I've had to put heated gloves on, and I'm not really keen on these heated gloves. The lining on them is right weird. It's like you can never get it quite right. Whenever you take them off, it sort of pulls a bit out, and you can never, it's like a double lining, it's a bit weird on them. And one of the things I am on about doing with these as well, the battery pack is there. You can never put them on proper, because it's a big fat battery pack, and the connection for the battery pack to charge them is some weird little thing. So I've thought about chopping that off and then actually getting 2 small USB battery packs and doing that, because I'm looking at it and thinking all that's in it is 2. They're only 3 volt, so USB will supply 5. I think it'll work, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and find some small battery packs, USB ones, which means when they go flat, if I'm out and about, I can just whip them out and charge them, rather than having to carry spare batteries, which I think I've got some spare batteries for it, but I never put them in. So I'll have to see how that goes. So I'm going to head my way back now. It weren't going to be a big day out. Safe one. I think my lass is due to finish about 2ish. Get back, spend a bit of time with her. I also did my good backer buddy thing while I was there. There were a guy turned up on a trike. I don't see attraction a trike. I get it if you can't ride a bike anymore and you still want to get out and about. He was on this trike, and as he was moving it around, I was like, that front tyre is flat as fuck. So do I be one of them, oh, you don't want to do it like that? And I thought, fuck it, I'll need to tell him. So I've gone over and gone, yeah mate, that front tyre is flat as fuck. Oh, but I'm like, looks like there's about fucking 6 psi in it. So, but I suppose you're alright, it's only flat at bottom. And you're like, well yeah, because the rest of it's alright. And I thought, you didn't get it that, did you? So I've got the portable tyre pump, little compressor that fits in me little one of these bags on crash bars. So I whipped that out. I said, yeah pal, borrow this. Connected it up. 5.5 psi in his front tyre. And he went, oh, it should be alright, about 15. I'm thinking, fuck. So you want about 30 in it. So anyway, he stuck 30 psi in it. Fuck knows how long I'm going to be stuck behind this fucker here. I've said this many a time. If you're not sure and you can't see, don't go. Don't think, oh, it'll be right. Because 9 out of 10 times, it will be right. And that 10th time, it fucking won't be. And I don't think there's many places on here anyway where it's not double white lines. See, we're broken there, but yeah, not worth it. Okay. Right, I'm going to stick my music back on for a bit, I think. Right, as this coach going to go,